Hello YouTube, it is a beautiful spring day with a light breeze, and I am here with my very first YouTube video to introduce you to the clan. Right now they are all very unceremoniously shoved into a Rubbermaid bin, but in a moment you will meet each of their wonderful faces, and you will see that I have had an excellent time dressing them, which is totally abnormal, as you will learn through the time that this YouTube channel is online. Anyway, here they are. I thought it would be fun to do this video kind of in reverse, and by reverse I mean showing you the dolls I got most recently instead of the dolls that I started with. So, here is the leading lady, my newest addition to my always growing collection, Grace. I got Grace on January 1st at American Girl Place Vancouver. That's right, I'm Canadian, eh? And I absolutely adore her. She was an excellent choice. And for those The Fault in Our Stars fans out there, she is wearing a Ceci n'est pas une pipe shirt, and that is a shirt that I made for my Hazel Grace doll, who you will see a little bit later. This is Grace. Alright, I know what you're thinking. This is not an American Girl doll, and you're right. She's from a company called A Girl for All Time, and her name is Clementine. She's a historical doll, much like the Be Forever American Girl line. And her story is set in the 1940s, during the war. I'm a bit of a history junkie, especially when it comes to World War II, and so her story has a special place in my heart. Look at this doll. She's gorgeous. I'm absolutely thrilled that I have her and that she's a part of my collection. She's a little bit shorter and quite a bit thinner than the American Girl dolls, so she often acts as a little sister. This is Clementine. This is Rebecca, or Becky as she likes to go by sometimes, and she is from the historical line of American Girl dolls, so she's pre-Be Forever, and I got her in 2011 at American Girl Place Seattle. I absolutely love her curly hair and her hazel eyes and just about everything about her, and as you'll notice, she wears glasses, and I wear glasses, and so a lot of my dolls flip-flop between wearing glasses and not wearing glasses. But Becky always has these dark rimmed glasses on. She's an absolute favorite. Here's Becky. This is Peta, Peter, or Hazel, depending on the day. This is a Just Like You doll that somebody else customized to be Peeta Mellark from the Hunger Games. And so originally this doll was Peeta Mellark and only wore Peeta Mellark's clothing. However, the need for a short-haired blonde doll is great, and so this doll flip-flops through being female and male and just plays any character that I need them to play, which is absolutely great. I love, love, love the blue eyes on this doll, and love the versatility because they can go from being Hazel Grace, as you can see here, to being Peeta Mellark, as you can see here. Or just being a general boy doll. Here, or a girl doll with short blonde hair. So, this is Peta, Peter, or Hazel. This is Sila. She's a Maple Leaf doll, and she's proudly Canadian. Her story is that she is a girl growing up in Iqaluit in northern Canada, and she is of First Nations descent, Inuit. She's an absolutely beautiful doll, and I love the heritage that comes with her. I really should have filmed her in her meat outfit, but I guess you'll see that later. This outfit I just really like because it's very Canadian, and I can have a bit of a patriotic streak in me. This is Sila. Say hi to Miss Kittredge. This doll is very special to me because she was given to me by my grandmother. And the reason my grandmother gifted her to me is that this doll looks a lot like my grandmother did when she was a little girl, with the blonde hair, blue eyes, and a little bit of freckles. And so she holds a special place in my heart. You might notice that this doll is wearing a beautiful knitted sweater, and that was a gift to me from my sister, who is a very, very talented knitter. I have lots and lots of things that are knitted for my dolls because my sister likes to make me little things and they knit up really fast for her. I wish I had this kind of talent. I definitely don't. Anyway, this is Kit Kittredge. This is Kanani, and I absolutely love my Kanani doll. I'm so glad that I got her from American Girl before she retired, as she does come with a big price tag now these days. Her face mold and her coloring is just absolutely gorgeous, and she looks good in pretty much everything that she wears, and so she's a very easy doll to dress. Aside from, of course, those long, luscious locks of hers. They're gorgeous, but they can get in the way and be a bit of a pain. Not to braid it up too much, but whenever she travels, there's really no alternative because she has such long, beautiful hair. This is Kanani. This is my Nellie doll, and unfortunately not like Kanani, who I got before she retired. I found Nellie on Craigslist after she retired with, again, a hefty price tag. Anyway, I'm so glad that I was able to add her to my collection and find her in Canada, because that's one of the hardest things about collecting American Girl dolls. I love that she has some of the more red hair that American Girl has released. It's still very much strawberry blonde, but she's my little ginger and that will never change. This is Nellie. Charlie is my little fashionista, and she's one of my few dolls that holds on to that as a character trait. Most of my dolls, I like them to be fluid because I like to see an outfit that I bought on every one of them, and so they don't really hang on to, oh, I like to, you know, she's a soccer player so she only wears sporty clothes or something like that. Anyway, so Charlie is my fashionista, and she's always my fashionista, and she's always dressed to the nines and looking the best out of my collection. This is Charlie. Here she is, my very first doll, Miss Molly McIntyre. I used to read the American Girl books, like the Care and Keeping of You and the Feelings book and all those books when I was younger, but I'd never looked at the catalogs before. And then one day, I guess they got a hold of my address somehow and they sent me a catalog, and I found Molly and instantly fell in love. I begged and begged and begged my parents to allow me to buy her, and they thought I was way too old for dolls at 10. They thought, oh no, it's just a phase, she's gonna get over it, but I didn't let go. For 2 years I was on my parents' case, and eventually they said, okay, well, your grandmother is traveling to the States, and so you can order them to the address down there, or order her to the address down there, and then your grandmother will bring her back up. And so that was how I was able to get Miss Molly here, and she is probably about 10 years old now, and has a very special place in my heart as the first in my collection. She was the only doll at the time that came with glasses, and that really connected with me because I wear glasses, and as a kid sometimes I wasn't super thrilled that I had to wear my glasses, or I'd forget my glasses or whatever, so having a doll that was just like me in that sense was really great. Also, like I mentioned before, I'm a bit of a history junkie, and I love all things World War II, and of course her story was based in the 1940s, so there again, she had a huge draw for me, and I absolutely love her. Her hair is a bit unruly now as she's a bit older, so usually I keep it in 1 or 2 braids, but she still is an active part of my collection and gets dressed up for holidays and everything, just like everybody else. This is Molly. Forgive me, but I have been rearranging my space with my dolls, and so I forgot Carissa, and I feel terrible about it, but at least I remembered to put her in the video and didn't edit the whole thing without putting her in. This is Carissa, and I got her off of Craigslist with a whole group of other dolls and clothes, and I have since sold Felicity, Elizabeth, and Sonali, who came with her. But Carissa wormed her way into my heart, and she stayed with me. As you may have noticed, I have a lot of dolls with the Josefina face mold. It is definitely my favorite face mold, and I think it photographs the best, but that's just my personal opinion. Carissa is an absolute dear, and I love the way her hair is so easy to take care of and style. It's really fun. Another versatile doll, and definitely one I would recommend for a younger doll owner. This is Carissa.